Hi, I'm Greg.
And I'm Derek. Welcome to Men of the Dead End. This is Monday. Hi there. Welcome to another week on the Den. This week, well, you see our partner in crime is busy working, so I'm left to my own devices again. But we are exploring our local cultures. I'm going to start here within Halifax, Nova Scotia. I'm going to bring you right here to the waterfront. This is where I started my first job, and this is where a lot of people started their lives in Canada, here at Pier 21, which was the main immigration port. I'm going to go explore the waterfront here. We're going to show you the Harbourfront Market, as well as we're going to talk about some of the local music scene and other things that are available here for you. So come on adventure with me. Here's Halifax culture. One thing to be noted from Halifax and East Coast of Canada in general is that we are very proud people. We are very, very loyal to local business. We are very loyal to each other. We're nice and friendly. We'll reach out to anyone who does need help. Now, more so in a socio-economic culture, as of the last few years, a lot of jobs haven't been available here in Halifax or Newfoundland, New Brunswick, and so a lot of people have been moving out west to Alberta, to BC, to find more work. And one thing that's been more of a cultural movement here in Halifax has been, let's see if we get the logo here. All right, I had it there. So you got East Coast Lifestyle, which is a brand of t-shirts. A lot of people are just using it as more of a brand for themselves to represent that their love for the East Coast, and that even though they're on the West, they're making West Coast money, they're always going to be East Coast lifestyle. So there's always that proud moment of being from the East. This here is Pier 22, and this is where the market is. As well as we go up ahead here, we do have start getting some breweries. So this is the main thing that you would see on the weekends. Usually there's a lot more people on this, but it's fairly cold today after a couple of nice summery days that we had. So we're going to go in here and check things out. So this here is more of a bird's eye view of the Seaport Market. Now, I think I'm getting here at the wrong time, as it's normally not this empty. There's usually just crowds of people just going from vendor to vendor. And this is where you can find anything from handmade soaps, crafts, t-shirts, home produce, vegetables, cakes, apple cider, which I'll probably be hitting up later, a bunch of spices, and there's all kinds of breakfast spots and coffee spots. This is where everyone comes to congregate more on a Sunday morning. Alright, so guys, we showed you the Halifax waterfront before in our Welcome to Halifax video, and the reason why I'm back down this way is because this is a really big cultural hub. Behind me here, we do have the Nova Scotia Power Building. This is the home of the Alfresco Film Festa, which is an outdoor movie festival that happens every week over the summer, where they show a certain actor's movies or a certain theme. Last year was superheroes, and I believe they had the Bill Murray. They did a Bill Murray festival before that one, which I never got a chance to make it down to one of these, but I think this year I'm definitely have to make a point of that. Also here on the waterfront, we have the Halifax Jazz Festival, which has brought in some huge acts. We got to see Farside, we got to see St. Vincent, we got to see, and this summer we're going to get Metric and Lauren Hill. And this is one of the biggest events that we have here in Halifax down on the waterfront. Music festivals are pretty big here. We got the Gridlock Festival coming later this year, which is giving us the return of Winter Sleep is coming back to Nova Scotia, as well as a few other bands. There's going to be another one down there by the market this June. And the Halifax Pop Explosion happens here in October. Now, it doesn't happen on the waterfront. This is more of an indoor festival, but there's no set main venue for the place. It happens in every bar around the city. You get 150 bands that come play here over 5 days, and you get $70 for the bracelet. You just bar hop and go see the bands as they come on. It's really one of the funnest events that I've ever been to. I volunteered for a couple of years of it, and it's quite an experience to see something like that, especially you see a lot of bands before they make it big, so you kind of get that experience of seeing them beforehand. Now, another thing culturally with Halifax is how different parts of town have different personalities. The South End, this is more the downtown area. You get a lot of students and more so focused on their studies, but you get a lot of party animals, more of the party side of the university. If you go up to the North End, then with the North End, it's more of the hipster community. This is where the music scene of Halifax really flourishes, and you get a lot of like local markets. A lot of everything is vegan friendly. A lot of it is very environmentally friendly as well, as in I love bikes. We're here still downtown, but there's a place where you can rent a bike. There's even bike dating that can be done through here as well. So it's a very more socially conscious part of town. Not saying that South isn't, but it's more prevalent up in the North End. They have like a lot of community events as well. Like there's the North End Festival down on Gottingen Street, as well as it's not gone now, but the open mic house was a big staple of the North End where musicians could go meet up at this one house every Monday and just have a jam session. It was all about being a collective minds getting together and creating music. So, Greg, how would you describe culture in Halifax?
All right. Well, the best way I can describe Halifax, and I tell our UK friends, hi Aaron, hi Chris, hi Ewan, hi Nate, hi Chester, hi Bruce. Anyway,
Hi, Scott. Hi, Craig.
Exactly. We could we could continue going with this list.
Hi, John.
But the thing is, there's a lot of UK influence in Nova Scotia in general, because Nova Scotia equals New Scotland, as we've talked about previously in the past. So there's a lot of British-style pubs, Scottish-style pubs. Kilts are very popular in Nova Scotia.
Very much so.
We have a Robbie Burns statue. Like we have a lot of influence. We have a residence for the Queen when the royal family comes to Nova Scotia.
But not just even to talk about the history of Halifax culture, but more so socially. How would you describe Halifax socially?
Socially in general, I think Halifax people are for the most part very friendly. But that's pretty standard for Canadians in general. Let's be honest here.
Yeah,
I think we're famous for being, very friendly to people.
And we both work we've been doing the call center thing for a while. And how would you describe dealing with Maritimers or people from Halifax or from Nova Scotia in general?
It's this
very conversative.
Yeah.
They like to have a conversation. It usually always starts with, "What's the weather? Oh, how's the weather where you're at? Oh, you're from there. I know your father." Like, it's very close. It's a very close knit community and very support based on the communities themselves, as everyone kind of knows everybody around here. Even if they're from Cape Breton or they're from Yarmouth, they know somebody. As long as you know the last name, they know they can tell you your family lineage. No, but even when it comes to arts and culture or whatnot, how would you describe even like the music in Halifax?
Well, that's more your
yeah, it is. Like one of the biggest things in Halifax in general is the music scene itself. We've had a lot of success come from here. We've had artists like Sloan, April Wine, Winter Sleep, Rich O'Coin, who have grown up to and blown up into the mainstream of things, and even some who are emerging now, like Quiet Parade, and even some musicians who have gone on and done bigger and better things. And
Sarah McLachlan,
for example, even though she doesn't say she's from here anymore.
Really?
Yeah. But even like, there's so much, like even like not just to talk about the sociology or the history of Nova Scotia, there's still so much here. Like I said, the music industry. We have the film industry. Like I know you Americans now are getting Trailer Park Boys. That is a huge cultural phenomenon here in Atlantic Canada, as it's filmed up here.
Yeah, it's filmed right in Halifax.
And it's filmed right in Halifax. We have friends that live in that trailer park. In fact, we're friends with one of the camera people who's married to the creator. And yeah, but it also kind of sucks because there's a whole lot of stuff about the film industry that's been taken away from here that we're all kind of leaning together to try to get back so we can get more funding and more creative content to come out of Nova Scotia. Food wise, now one thing I didn't touch on when I was doing my tour was food. How would you describe food?
I mean, you get a wide selection of food in Halifax just because you get all your local fare. You get your donaires, your poutine.
Yeah.
And then you can go to, we've got our myriad of burger restaurants.
One thing I've noticed, I'm not sure if this is something that happens in every other city, but Halifax tends to go on food trends. When I first moved here, everyone was getting on the sushi train. Then all of a sudden, everyone was on the gourmet burger train. Now everyone's on the frozen yogurt standard. But the big thing right now is craft beer. Everywhere you go, there's a new brewery around town, and they're all fantastic. It's all some of the more delicious beers I've ever tasted. Well, I've only been in a few places in the world, but they're starting to get some pretty renowned, getting renowned for alcohol, as Nova Scotia has always been known for its wine as well. All right, so I hope you enjoyed the slight tour we showed you of downtown Halifax and having a little bit of a cultural history. as well as our discussion on what makes Nova Scotia, Halifax, what it is. So, what are your towns like? Like, what are some of the big things in your towns music wise? The cat's very needy right now, so you probably hear her in the background. But we want to hear from you. We want to know what's the culture like in your town. So leave that in the comments below, or on the YouTube page, or on Facebook. Greg?
All right, well, that's it for this week. Tune in for the rest of the week to see the other boys, local culture. Also, keep your eyes posted for all you people going to be in Florida for Tidal Wave or just in Florida for Gay Days in general. We'll be posting all our dates for our different hangouts on the Den page.
Yes.
All right, everyone, have a great week.
Thank you.